You want an amazing love to last a lifetime. The fairy tale ending, right? Well, it's got to start with a solid beginning. So today's tip on how to find and sustain a loving, healthy romantic relationship is by looking at red flags. We got to look at what we don't want. But it's more than what we don't want. I'm talking about abuse right now. And abuse comes in so many different forms. A resource you can always look at is the National Domestic Violence Association, and they will give you a list of the red flags. Now, I'm bringing this up because I was in an abusive relationship when I was 19, and I had no idea. But had I known the signs, I could have created change. And so many people find themselves in this scenario, and oftentimes it's how we respond and react, which can spiral into something unhealthy. So first and foremost, you meet somebody. You're like, this is so great. Everything seems to be lining up. They are loving me. It is wonderful. We talk to each other all the time. It's just such a beautiful thing. Great. Love that. But we got to be careful about love bombing. It is the over the top kind of almost obsessive like. It brings us back to maybe high school days where that felt really sweet. But as adults, it is not good for you. I was watching a documentary the other day, and a woman was giving an example of how every day that she was away from this man, he would mail her a letter every single day for a month. Love bombing. Okay. Yes, we want goodness, but just look for patterns. Okay. You also want to think about respecting boundaries. Now, we talked last time about your needs, and I mentioned respecting time and family and friends. I say that very intentionally because part of abuse can look like isolation, and that can happen really subtly. I don't feel comfortable around these people. I don't want to go and be with them. Wouldn't it be better if you stayed home with me? Can't we just hang out, the two of us? Sometimes it's even spend time with my friends, my family. When it becomes to that point where you're like, I can't even see my people, or you know deep down in your instinct that it's uncomfortable to even bring that up, or maybe it'll just be easier if you don't. Red flag. Okay. I have been with my husband for 11 years. He is not an abuser. And I check in with myself all the time. And when things are off with us, I look back at the list of red flags to make sure we are good and have not fallen into an unhealthy pattern that could lead us in that direction. It does not hurt to keep checking in and keep looking for these elements. Now, there are many more red flags to look for, but those are just a few to think about, especially when you're starting out in a relationship. The person who texts you all the time, not allowing you any space to yourself, texts, calls, always in your phone, it's like you always have to answer and be ready. That's not good at all. I know we are so phone obsessed and digitally on, but you want to be able to be present wherever you are. My husband knows that if I'm with my friends, with my family, with people I care about, The phone is away. Emergency only. I am staying present with the people in front of me. So if he texts me, he's not going to expect to hear back from me until I'm done. And if he really needs something, he'll call. But otherwise, that's just how it is. We have to respect the time and space of others.